So these are my thoughts on this crazy Lego stealing situation. I saw the video that Charlie posted yesterday, and then I went and I didn't watch Charlie's video on it because I wanted to watch the actual one. Often when Charlie posts it or other streamers post a video, I'll try and go and watch the original video rather than the streamers, because you want to support the people who made the original content. And wow, what can I say? Wow, it's just incredibly stupid of these guys. I cannot believe the situation. It's ridiculous. And the video is fantastic. It's so well done. It's so much effort and thought and creativity and like so many things they're trying to do to solve this for the guy Brian, for Reckless Ben. So big thumbs up. And I've watched his follow-up videos, and I am hoping, as a Lego fan and Star Wars Lego, look, I've got, I have it on display, and I've got so much. I've spent more money on Star Wars Lego than anything in my entire life. I'm a massive Lego fan, a massive Star Wars. Lego Star Wars is my jam, right? And so I completely have the feelings towards the sentiment of like, this is terrible, as it's something close and dear to my heart. Emphasize? No, it's not emphasize. I don't emphasize. I have empathy. I have sympathy. I have the things I feel. I am connected to this in some way as a Lego fan and a Star Wars Lego fan, and how devastating this is, and what such awful douchebags these guys running this corporate store, the corporate whole business of it, and the person who runs that individual franchise. What absolute dickheads. I mean, because to do this, to steal from like this old man, like 200 grand worth of Lego, oh my, it is it's just awful. It's like, how are they so evil? Like, I can kind of get it when it was just the franchise guy, just that one guy. If you're just taking over the franchise and you're just like, oh, look, I'm not going to give this money to the people who owe it because, you think you can kind of get away with it. But at this point, why not just give it back? Why hold on? Why are they digging their heels in so much and then having these lawyers ring them up and be like, if you try and fight this, we're going to sue you, make your life so difficult, and then threaten them with all these different things? Why not just give it back, like when you're being caught? Like, to go this far with it. And I just don't get it. Because it's not like they had to fork out 200 grand of their own cash. It's not like they're in this tight cash flow, which, running a franchise like that, you would probably be in tight cash flow. But this isn't their own cash. This isn't their own inventory. This is just inventory that they have stolen. They've taken these sets and they're like, oh, I can make profit on this by not paying the guy or not giving the sets back to the guy who actually owns them. They're just like, but now they're being caught red-handed and they're still digging in. And then the corporate guys, this is almost worse. Like, if the corporate guys had put the pressure on the franchisee owners, the two of them, I'm sure they would have had to, give it back. And they even in that video, they said they were going to give it back and then they never did. It's just absolute, complete, just utter dirtbags, these guys. They're just, I don't have the words to describe how much I hate them. They're just awful, evil human beings to do this. And then they get their employees to go along with it, and however many people on the chain. And then for the corporate, you can understand the franchise and the dickhead doing it, right? Who wants to steal, and people do things for that amount of money. But for corporate, like that woman who got the franchise taken over from, she put up a video and it said that they had to pay 6% of their, I think it was 6% of their profits or their sales, I'm not exactly sure on the specifics of their sales or profits or whatever it was, to corporate. So 6%. But let's just say it's 6% of the 200 grand. 6% of 200 grand is $12,000, which is like 10k in euros. So same. But to do that for 12 grand, how is that worth it for a corporate? There's no chance that this is gonna be good for them for 12 grand. And now they've hired a PR person and to handle all this negative press that they get in, and all this trying to control the situation and silence people for 12 grand? 12 grand on a business of that scale that has multiple locations and franchises? Like, that's just like chump change for them. Like, 12 grand. How are they losing their mind and going so hard and for 12 grand, the corporate people? Like, you can kind of understand the franchise because there's a lot of money, 200 grand for a franchise owner to want to steal that, but for the actual corporate people who own it, the whole business, 12 grand, they're doing that. That's how much money they'd make out of it. Like, why in any world, when it's clear that the franchise owner is in the wrong, like all the evidence, and they absolutely 100% know that guy is in the wrong and stealing and doing this, but why have they sided with him? It's just nuts. I don't understand that. And yeah, crazy situation. So for 12 grand, why wouldn't the corporate guys just force the franchisee owners to give back the Lego, or just stop it, or like be like, even like go hands off, be like, you have to deal with the actual owners, we're hands off, it's not us, and like completely separate from them, and be like, it's all them. And I know they kind of played like a bit of like who's who in it. You have to go to the corporate, you have to go to the franchise owner, and they're trying to play the pointing game, and then so nobody's to blame, and trying to make it fall in this wasteland, and that way they get away with it. But I just don't know at this point how you're still gonna, for 12 grand, what is wrong with them? It's just like such a little amount of money for such a big business to care about in the way that, like, there's no way that this isn't they're not going to see reduction in costs and sales across all of their businesses of much more than that, and then they're having to hire these PR people and this extra stuff, and the legal fees is going to be far more for the corporate guys than 12 grand. It's just absolutely nuts that they would push it this far for such a little amount of money, the corporate guys. And then for the guys who got caught red-handed, the franchisee's owner who said they were going to give it back and then never gave it back, and now they're just still digging their heels in and like trying to accuse the other guys of like doing other crimes and stuff. And it's just nuts, the whole situation. How can people be so stupid and selfish and just like evil as well? It's just like such douchebag, moronic behavior, and I hate them all, and I hope that the guy Brian gets his Lego back and more. I think they should have to pay him excess because of the emotional damages caused to his mental health and the whole stress of the situation. And it's been years I think this has been going on. So anyway, here's me hoping for a better situation for the future with them. I wish Brian and Reckless Ben luck in the upcoming videos. I cannot wait to see how it gets resolved, if it gets resolved, hopefully. And really, I hope that the corporate guys and that franchisee owners get what's coming to them, which is like piles of shit shoved into their orifices in their face. Every single one, including the eyeballs. Shove the shit in there. They're just awful human beings. Thank you for listening. I wish you luck.